Hi everyone, and welcome back to Faith and Flower. If you're new here, my name is Robin, and today I'm going to be doing some decluttering and a little bit of cleaning in our kitchen. And I wish that I had documented the process that I went through probably about a year ago of decluttering our kitchen. I really went through each cabinet and I used the KonMari method in that I really tried to think about what sparks joy, what are we using in our family, in our kitchen, and to eliminate the things that we don't use. So I'm doing that again today because as I've gone through this decluttering process, I realized that there are still some things that I don't use on a regular basis that definitely don't spark joy. For instance, plastics. And so I have been using a lot more glass for food storage in our kitchen because I think it's a healthier option for our family. But I was still holding on to some plastic storage pieces because I wasn't really sure if I wanted to part with them yet. Well, now I think I'm ready, and so that is probably what's going to make the bulk of my decluttering today, but I'm going to go through a few more areas and pull out things that I just don't use or only maybe serves one purpose, and I have another tool or item that can serve that purpose, those sorts of things. So if you guys like cleaning and decluttering videos, then this is for you. So make sure to give me a thumbs up, and let's get started. One strategy that I find really works for me when I'm decluttering is to pick an area that's fairly easy. And that way, when that area is completely decluttered, I feel good, I'm motivated, and I've got some momentum going to help me get to the next area. Because I had already decluttered each and every cabinet in my kitchen about a year ago, I know exactly what it is that I want to take out of this cabinet. And so instead of going through sort of KonMari style where I need to touch everything, I've already done that, and all of these things that I'm keeping in here are things that I love and things that I use regularly. Now onto this lower cabinet in our pantry, and this cabinet does require me to go through KonMari style, pull out everything, look at it, touch it, and decide if it sparks joy. If it's something that is really serving our family, then I'll keep it. Otherwise, it's going. Our pantry is also my office area, and so that's why there are a few electronic things being stored in this cabinet. And all of those things are very useful. They definitely spark joy for me and for our family members who keep their things there, so those will be going back. But I'm mostly concerned today with all of the plastics in here. So now that everything is cleared out, I can start going through everything and deciding what is going to go back in. So first, I'm just going to put back all of the things that are related to our electronics that belong in this cabinet. Then I'm going to replace these plastics that I use for my son's lunch. And although I'm not really happy with these things, they don't necessarily spark joy. They are serving a real purpose for us, and right now I don't have really good replacements. I do have some small glass containers, and we're going to try that in his lunchbox to see if that is going to be okay. But until I know that for sure, I'm going to hang on to these things. In an effort to reduce waste and to eliminate plastics, I did just buy this stainless steel water bottle for my son Peyton to take along. And he had a plastic water bottle before that started leaking, so this is what's going to take its place. Another thing that I'm going to be keeping are these plastic pitchers. I don't love these, and I would love to have some really pretty glass replacements, but for now, this is what my husband likes to use in the summertime for drinks, and so I'm holding on to those. I love being able to take food to church or to friends occasionally, and sometimes I need some plastic containers that aren't breakable for that. So I'm holding on to a few of those. I also have a couple of plastic colanders, and once again, I don't have something that can take their place, so I'm keeping those. And I also occasionally make meals for friends, and that's why I'm keeping those aluminum tins, because they're great for that purpose. And so these are all of the plastic items that I pulled out of just that one cabinet, and I'm actually kind of impressed that I had all of these things in there. I think that's one of the reasons that the KonMari method works so well, because sometimes you just can't believe all that you have, and so you need to see it all out in front of you in order to make a really good decision. The reason I have so many of these plastic cylinder containers is because I used to store a lot of our dry goods from our pantry in these, and I've been slowly replacing them with mason jars. And as you can see, I do still have some plastic containers in our pantry, and I do still enjoy using them, and I probably won't replace them immediately. Besides, it would be quite an investment to go all glass right away, so just one step at a time. It was really interesting to pull out a lot of random items that I haven't used in a long time, and I even found some lids that don't have containers anymore. And a container without a lid. I have a plastic pot that is used for cooking food in the microwave, which I know is not healthy, and some bakeware that for whatever reason I didn't declutter when I went through this last year, and it has been sitting in there unused, and I know I'm not going to be using it, so it's going also. So I thought I would quickly show you some of the glass and ceramic containers that I use for storing food, like leftovers, and also for serving food. And I keep the lids for those things in this plastic bin. The lids are plastic, but I never use them for cooking, so I feel that all of these containers are much more healthy for our family, and I've really been happy using them. The next thing that I want to further declutter are my cookbook collection. And I have a lot of cookbooks because I love to cook and I really enjoy a lot of them. So instead of taking them all off the shelf, I am kind of touching each one and looking at it to see if it's one that, as Marie Kondo says, sparks joy. And if it doesn't, I'm pulling it out. I want to give credit to my good friend Noemi on YouTube. Her channel is Scandish Home. She has so many great decluttering ideas, and in her recent video, which I will link in the cards above for you guys to watch, she reminded me about the cookbooks. She is really correct in saying that most of us have cookbooks with only 1 or 2 recipes that we actually use and that our families love. And so I'm going to go through all of the cookbooks that I'm pulling out and just take out those recipes, either scan them or copy them and put them in a notebook that I already have containing recipes that I've collected from magazines and other places. I also want to sort through this basket on the shelf because I have some cookbooks in here along with some appliance manuals that I really want to sort through. So I am going to be busy over the next few days sorting through these cookbooks and pulling out our favorite recipes, but I did find a lot that I don't use and even 2 appliance manuals for things we don't own anymore. We have some cabinetry between our kitchen and dining room where I store all of our table linens, and we use table linens every day, placemats and cloth napkins, so I have quite a few. I removed everything from the drawer and went through and just put back the things that absolutely I love putting on our table and using on a regular basis. And I recorded all of that, but there was a problem with the recording, guys, so I will just have to tell you about it. And now I have lots more space in the drawer for the linens that we actually love and use every day, and I can part with all of the things that we don't. To wrap up my kitchen declutter today, I'm going to retrieve this one solo wine glass that I've been keeping because it was a gift and I felt guilty for parting with something that someone gave me, but it does not serve a purpose and it doesn't spark joy anymore, so I'm putting that in the pile as well. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video and that you were able to get a lot of motivation for decluttering your kitchen or some other space in your home. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give me a thumbs up so that I know you'd like to see more. And if you're new to my channel, I want to invite you to subscribe. If you hit the bell icon, you'll be notified each time I upload a new video and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.